Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you my True Draco deck profile. This is the deck profile for the June 2018 ban list. So yeah, here we go. Start off, we got one Metaltron. This is your big boss monster since Masterpiece is gone. Certain occasions this actually comes up, but usually time you just send it to the grave and summon it with True King's Return. But yeah, it's a really big monster. Next we got the one Dynamite. Very good card, that's why it came back at 1. Really glad it did. I run double Ignis. I only run 2 because I'm able to search off Maiden. Some people run 3. I like running 2. It doesn't really do much for you unless you're going second. Or you can go first, doesn't matter. But I run 3 Maiden. People don't like running 3 Maiden, but I do. Considering you don't have like plays on your opponent's turn anymore, when you open up Maiden in a trap, you basically search off the Maiden and you have the trap set. And Maiden allows you to at least pop a card on their turn. So that's why I run 3, because I'm able to search Ignis. So I only run 2 Ignis. The MVP of the deck, triple Amano Awado. You can run 2. I don't advise it. Everyone's running hand traps these days. If you get rolled, you kind of lose. So you really need the triple Amano. Kind of helps you out here. It's 10 monsters. Now for the spells, we run triple Duality. You don't special summon, so really good. Helps you dig for you whatever you need. Double Desires. You don't want to run 3. Really clogs your hand. Triple Demise. Best card of the deck. Basically, you just want to resolve this with the mono, and you pretty much win the game. Next, you got triple True Draco Heritage, and then triple True Draco Disciples. Really consistent cards of the deck. That's why the deck can still run. It has grind game, really good grind game, and you can just constantly plus. Triple Terraforming, and then triple Diagram. Yeah, you want to get Diagram out as soon as possible. That is 20 spells. And now for the traps, you run the 1 skill drain. For some people like running Monarch's Erupt. I don't run it because I run the extra deck. But you really don't need it. Skill drain pretty much. If you draw it, you draw it. If not, it's okay. You don't really rely on it. It's just a really good card though. True King's Return. It's only at 1, of course. Triple Apocalypse. This card wins games with the damage step rule. It's just ridiculous. This is such a good card. Especially with Dynamite now back. This is just really good. Where my deck differs is I run triple Rivalry. Some people don't run it. They run it at 2 or something. In the side, you should definitely main the card. It's really good against Sky Striker, Trickstars. They scapegoat, it immediately stops your plays, and you just wait until you have an opportunity to OTK because they just be setting stuff, and you're able to OTK because you run it with the 1 Imperial Order and the 1 anti-spell. These are main. That's why my deck is a little bit different than others. They run like all this other stuff. You really just need these 5. It wins you the game. If you draw, you demise Duality. You just draw into these cards. They play 1 card and you floodgate them, and it's pretty much game over. All right. So for the extra, I run Super Heavy Samurai Steam Train King. This is really good to summon off Metaltron. Basically, it can attack and defense, so it's at 40 defense. And it basically banishes all spells in the graveyard, which you don't really care about because you can just recycle, but this is really good against Sky Strikers if you can get it out. And it burns, so that's really good. Crystal Wing, that's also for the Metaltron. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, which is when you make synchro plays. I don't really see it that often. I've only actually seen it once. I made an Omega because he only had 1 card in hand, so I was like, why not? And then I got Baxia, also for your synchro plays. Never actually used them, but that's it for the synchros. For the XYZs, we 1 Raid Raptor in case you need to cherries it, but like, you don't need to do that anymore. Gaia Dragon, Durandal, and then Volcasaurus. This is Volcasaurus and Gaia Charger I go into quite often. It wins games because you burn and then you pierce, so really good. Alright, for links, these are some cherry targets. Isolde, Spiral, and Hextia. I'm swapping this out for a Totally Awesome. I don't have one right now, but that's what this is going to be, a Totally Awesome. You don't really need it. Against the Altergeist matchup, you do okay. You just really need to... If you bring out Metaltron against Altergeist, they pretty much don't have an answer because they can't do anything to him. unless they bring out like a big beast, but they don't run any spells, so you know you can just make it immune to trap monsters and diagram protect. So really good card. Next we have one invoked. This is also a Metaltron target. If you when you resolve Metaltron, it's actually really good because you're gonna want to bring out him, Materia Exterior, because he negates spells and traps by just milling one, banishing one from your grave. And so there's a lot of stuff you can't recycle in your grave, like all the floodgates, dualities, demises, all that stuff. So banish those and you get a free negate basically off Metaltron. It's 2800 attack, like that's a pretty big beat stick, and you got Apocalypse on board. And for the last cherry target, we have ABC Dragon Buster. I've never played an ABC player after the ban list, so you know, don't know why that's still in there, but just in case, you know. MVP of the side deck, Triple Ghost, Reaper Winter Cherries. Very good card. Yeah, just a good card. Next we have the double anti-spell. Sometimes with the new rules about end of match procedures, you don't really want to play Imperial Order even though it wins you games. But if you're looking at the clock and you got like 5 minutes left and you just finished sighting, probably side out the Imperial Order and play the anti-spell fragrance against the Trickstar matchup, Trickstar Skystriker matchup, or just even Skystriker matchup, or any matchup that really needs spell cards. You don't really want to play the Imperial Order with 5 minutes left. You're basically just gonna ask yourself to lose, so you side double these in. Sphere mode for Goki matchups or any matchups that try to lock you out. Making a big board, really good card. You don't really care if you link with it, it doesn't really matter to you. Next you're running double wiretap. I was running Red Reboot, but Red Reboot's not good anymore considering you have to pay 4,000 life cost to activate from hand, and that's the only time you actually use it. You don't really set it. You can, but like wiretap's just a lot better. There's no drawbacks to it besides like the card itself, so they get to shuffle it, but they don't get to draw nothing. It's just really good against like evenly match, reincarnation. But sometimes reincarnation actually helps you because it de-breaks your hand. But yeah, like that stuff. And if they flip an anti-spell, you can flip this too. Or if they flip like a warning or some shit, you know, it works really well. I don't know what to put instead of these two, but I have Dimensional Barrier. You can fit whatever you want. I actually am really scared of the Pendulum matchup. I just don't play well against it, so I kind of just put this in. I don't know what else you can really put. That's really up to you. And double Imperial Iron Wall. Yeah, it's just a good card against evenly matchup, against banishing. If you see a Paleo, it's good against Paleo, but yeah. And the last two would be Regeki and Solemn Judgment. Regeki at mono is still a really, really good combo to do. It's, I would say, like, no one expects it still because no one plays True Draco anymore. So when you drop the mono Regeki, it's just, you see their face. It's just game over. On Judgment, I don't usually keep it in for game 3, but for game 2, if I'm going first, I play it. It's really good because it stops them. They don't expect it because no one plays Judgment anymore. So yeah, really good. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my True Draco deck profile. This is for the June 2018. And yeah.